So just a reminder, it is birthday and anniversary Sunday, so if you have not filled out a ballot, if it's your birthday or you're celebrating an anniversary, the lovely and talented Carmen has the ballots. Just fill it out and put it in the basket.
Well, you dawned on me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I've been giving it my bestest. Nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. Reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind to the sea like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, maybe dance and sing. I like one big family, and it's our God-given right to be loved, love, 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 love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. I've been spending way too long tricking my tongue out in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer. My breath fogged up the glass, so I drew a new face and laughed. I guess what I'm a-saying is there ain't no better reasons to rid yourselves of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find that the sky is yours. Please don't, please don't, please don't. There's no need to complicate, 'cause our time is short. Oh this, oh this, oh this is our fate. I'm yours. Announcements. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good morning, good morning. Before we get to announcements, we are going to do the birthday anniversary draw. But first, let us serenade you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to.
Happy anniversary,
Happy anniversary.
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Awesome. Judy? I have my glasses this week. Yay. Lena! And it's Lena's birthday today. For any of you who are new, going, what the heck are you people doing? First Sunday of every month is our birthday anniversary special. And if yes, after school special. And you get to fill out a ballot if your birthday or anniversary falls within that month, and you get to pick a registered charity, and a percentage of what we gather today at our service goes to that registered charity. So Lena has picked the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. Thank you. I am going to have Judy do the first announcement.
And this is about our Christmas gala on December the 4th and December the 5th.
Yay!
How to succeed at Christmas without really trying. You know, it's really wonderful when a community like ours comes together and giving of their time, their talent, and their treasure to make things happen. And I want to thank all those people who signed up on the sheet that I think I posted at the bookstore last week. It's the white sheet. That's the treasure sheet. Thank you for those people who've already shared of their treasure. We need some more. Check it out if you are able and willing. And we have people sharing their talent, and that's Tony sharing his talent as the production manager, managing all the talent of this entertaining evening. And so now we need people to help us share their time. This is the timesheet. Sharing your timesheet is the yellow sheet. The treasure sheet is the white sheet. And what we've done, Linda and Carol and I are overseeing a lot of this for the volunteers and things that have to be done for the gala. I've made some squares for you to sign. We need people to set up the food. We need to pay for the food too. We need people to take it down. We need somebody to greet the visitors. We need a bartender. And we need someone to help Linda and Carol with the silent auction. So I'm going to be here after service with this yellow sheet for you to sign up if you will and are able and willing to share of your time to help us make the gala happen. Thank you.
Thank you. The concert, Billy Joel and Elton John, the music of, which is at Kerner Hall, November 12th and 13th. There are still tickets available. Last week I said there's a rumor it's sold out. There are a few seats available. If you go to our website, csltoronto.com, and go to the link for the concert and you'll have a coupon code of crocodile, think as in Crocodile Rock. Purchase your tickets with the coupon. We get a percentage of the ticket sales. So it's a win-win, fantastic concert evening, and a little bit of the love comes back to us. So if you haven't bought your tickets for that yet, please do. And classes are starting up now that it is November. What? November 5th, that would be this Wednesday, the Essential Ernest Homes. It is from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and that will be every week for 8 weeks. Am I correct? 8 weeks? 10 weeks. Then on Sundays, Rev Jonathan is continuing the Science of Mind series. September 9th, we start with Science of Mind 102, and it is from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Sundays. You can register in the bookstore. You can register online. If you can't commit to taking the entire class, we do allow drop-ins, and it is $25 per drop-in. And while we're talking about classes, we have an exciting new one starting tomorrow, and I will call up Reverend Jonathan Zenz to talk to us about that.
Hello! Hello! How is everyone this morning? Awesome. Great to have you here. So the class that she's talking about is Mental Muscle Extreme. It is a 6-week teleconference, 15 minutes every single weekday, and the entire purpose of Mental Muscle Extreme is to get you in touch with your core belief system. Those aspects which may be working for you, we're going to uphold. Those things which are not working for you, we are going to work on practical tools for replacing them. Because as you replace the beliefs that are not working for you, your life shows up accordingly. So your life gets better and better and better and better, right?
Right.
Absolutely. So it starts tomorrow. There is still time to register if you go to globaltruthnetwork.com. I was going to have lovely little reminder pieces of paper for you to take with you today, but our printer broke yesterday. So I'm trusting that you'll remember globaltruthnetwork.com, because if I say globaltruthnetwork.com a few times, globaltruthnetwork.com, it's globaltruthnetwork.com.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said globaltruthnetwork.com. As I say it, you will remember it, and you will know to go there and register. Here's the great thing. It's $50 US. So there's, So it's about $100 Canadian. It's $50 US, and it's for the entire 6-week program. So I'm telling you, this kind of structure really shifts experience. And I'm just going to say, yes, Linda? She's doing another program that is structured in a similar way, and I'm telling you, it changes your life. So I'm encouraging you all to go take a look at that. So that starts tomorrow, yes. Let's take a breath. The first thing I want to do today is I want us to address the energy in the room, and the energy in the room is one of only love. Let's all put our own mind on that we are experiencing only love, only joy, only harmony. That's what we are here to do, is celebrate and experience only these wonderful, wonderful aspects. Because these aspects are the truth of a divine power that is infinite, and it is flowing through all of creation, and it is the very act of creation itself in its expression. So we're all part of it. That's the great, great news, isn't it? Yes. We're going to start off with a new song today, and guess what? You have the lyrics. Yay! Because we've moved on to this new paradigm of doing programs with song sheets. So take a look at the lyrics in your book. I'm going to need the lyrics myself. It is called Down in My Soul, and so here to lead us on that, is this one up?
Feel free to stand.
Yes, here to lead us on that is Tanis Burnett and the Queen Street Band.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
Everyone.
And the whole wide world is my home. And that's it. I got a new day.
I got a new day
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I got a new day.
I got a new day
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I got a new day.
I got a new day
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power.
I feel the power
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I feel the power.
I feel the power
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I feel the power.
I feel the power
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. Yes, it is. And the whole wide world is my home.
Thank you so much for that, Tanis. So we come here every Sunday as a spiritual community to understand this one power that is down in our soul. The whole wide world is our home. When we recognize and know that the power of the divine creative resource is always at hand, we get to utilize it for our own highest purposes. So let's celebrate that today. I want to say hello to everybody who is joining us here online, whether you're watching live in the archives, however you are here. We recognize you and we know that your consciousness is a part of this entire experience. I also want to say hello to anybody who is joining us for the very first time today and say thank you for bringing your awareness, your consciousness to this place and sharing with us. So we have within this, one of the new pieces of paper that's in your, I'm going to keep referring to it because it's a brand new thing, that is in your program is a paper that's titled, What is a Spiritual Coach or Practitioner? And this is one of the questions that we get asked all the time because we use the term practitioner as though everybody understands what that means, and many people don't. A practitioner is somebody who simply knows the truth at the highest level of conscious awareness. And there are people that we train through this center to become licensed practitioners. The truth is, anyone who is practicing these principles in their lives is a practitioner. We license practitioners within this center so that they can be available to you for work. If you have something that's going on in your life that you would like to shift in your life, and you're having trouble knowing the truth yourself, speak to a practitioner. So I'm going to invite any practitioner or practitioner intern who's in the room to please stand up so that you can be recognized. Yes, there we are. Thank you all so much. And they are available to you after the service as well if you'd like to do a 1-minute miracle. And there's Carmen. She's running in the door to be recognized as well. They are available to you for 1-minute miracles following the service. But here, right now, to offer her own special experience of wisdom and share with us her intuitive nature. Please welcome to the lectern our practitioner of the day, Margaret Ann Snyder.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And yes, I am special. I recognize that and claim it. Yes. And this morning, I chose for my quote, I chose it from the Science of Mind wisdom cards that we have in our bookstore. And the contemplative message that I pulled for this past week is titled Deeper Union. We should daily feel a deeper union with life, a greater sense of that indwelling God, the God of the seen and of the unseen within us. And the Science of Mind says, life is that quality of being running through all which enables anything to be what it is. So I asked myself, how do I feel deeper union with life? And I feel to have a deeper union with anyone is to learn about them, to get to know them. So how do I get to know life in relationship to myself? I look to others to ascertain what unique ability demonstrates their passion, their life force, and ultimately their seen expression to help describe for myself that deeper union that allows me to feel as one with all that is. Let's see how the unseen is manifest for some people. The farmer sees a vision of bountiful harvest as he tills the soil. The baker tastes the breeze that swirled through the orchard in his apple strudel. The chef comforts the soul body with a culinary concoction of flavors, aromas, and textures. The carpenter crafts history into his masterpiece. The banker releases the investment plan to the roller coaster ride that builds momentum for the increase in money entrusted to him. The actor surrenders to that part of him that is called to reveal a character. The poet digs deep into mind and then lays the mind open to receive the perfect word. And so I observe what I am doing when I feel the most captivated, whole, and inspired. I'm a practitioner. As a practitioner, I learn to engage and realize my divinity. And I recognize divinity in all people. And I'm also a Reiki practitioner. In this capacity, I volunteer with a wonderful organization called Hospice Toronto. It's my honor and privilege to meet people I would not ordinarily meet, to be present with them, and to share some time with them. To get a sense of the indwelling God, the unseen that creates the seen. One can vision, taste, concoct, craft, release, surrender, dig deep, engage, to know what their special gift or talent is. I invite you to go deeper into the essence of you and your unique expression. Come to know the seen and the unseen, how one flows into the other for you. Create your level of connection and vitality by means of the life force within you. Uncover the observer, the taster of life, the artist, the silence within. Know all of it. I invite you to know the indwelling God that is who you are, as the fullness of personality, the fullness of soul, as the fullness of spirit. All of this is who you are. And my affirmation for today, and I will say it once and then ask you to repeat it with me twice. I feel a deeper union with life itself. I am one with God. Together. I feel a deeper union with life itself. I am one with God. And once more. I feel a deeper union with life itself. I am one with God. And so it is.
Just allow that
special message to resonate with you in this moment. Take a breath. Relax, release, let go. Allow the energy of that message to be the energy of your life right now, in this moment.
Love is all there is. I am one with the Spirit. I realize the truth, and I speak it. I am grateful for it all. I release it, I let it go, and so it is, and so it is. I know it is, and I receive as I believe.
Precious moment, this beautiful opening and time of oneness, of recognizing the oneness, because oneness is always present. It is who we are. We are one with the divine, one with love, this beautiful energy that is always present, always open, always allowing. In this present moment that is eternal and infinite, we recognize that there is only one presence, that there is only one power, that there is one joy that lives in each heart, that is the life itself, the oneness of divine energy, of God, this beautiful expression that lives in each and every heart. And I recognize this love, I recognize this heart in each and every person, and I recognize that each and every heart has this individualized expression that is unique and special and one with the divine in each person. I know this and I recognize it, and I am so grateful for it, and I love it, and I know that it is shared through this, from the unseen to the seen. This energy that is unseen flows into the seen in beautiful and magnificent ways, in joy and in peace and in love. This oneness is present and perfect. I am grateful for this, and I know it to be the truth as I release this beautiful expression to the law of mind, knowing that it is done, it is manifest in each and every one of us. I release it, I let it go, and I let it be so. And together we say, and so it is.
God is all there is. I am one with the Spirit. I realize the truth, and I speak it. I am grateful for it all. I release it, I let it go, and so it is, and so it is. I know it is, and I receive as I believe. So it is. believe, as I believe. Amen. 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 Thank you, Margaret Ann. There's a song that we've done before, and we wanted to do it again today, basically because of the talk today. It's from one of my favorite musicals. That was a joke. But this is a more toned down version than the way it's normally done in the show. So I invite you to simply just allow yourself to resonate with the words you're hearing and relax right into this moment. As I get a glass of water. There's only us. There's only this. Forget, regret, or life is yours to miss. No other path, no other way, no day but today. There's only us, only tonight. We must let go to know what's right. No other road, no other way, no day but today. I can't control my destiny. I trust my soul. My only goal is just to be. There's only now, there's only here. Give in to love or live in fear. No other path, no other way, no day but today. There's only us, there's only this. Forget, regret, or life is yours to miss. No other road, no other way, no day but today. No day but today. No day but today.
No day but today.
No day but today. No day but today.
Thank you. It's happening. Right in the moment, right in front of you. I'm getting weepy and emotional. Verklempt. The line that always gets me is give in to love or live in fear. For me, that's the most important line of the entire song. The idea of the song, of course, being live this moment. This is the only moment that exists, right here, right now. This is it. Far too frequently, we are regretting the past or in anxiety about the future. What's going to happen? So I will tell. The funny thing is I send the talk title to tenets. Again, it's one of those weeks. I send the talk title to tenets. Now, they've already sent out the song list, but they left off of the song list. We don't know what we're going to do as the featured song of the day. But without looking at the song list, I sent out the talk title saying, the talk this week is going to be, and now it is. And I'm going to be talking about the power of the present moment, how all we're really experiencing is the present moment. At which point she emailed me back and said, you better look at the last song that we were intending to do today because the song is Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow. So this weekend, yeah, it's funny. And actually, the song actually, Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow, actually is appropriate. It's appropriate for the entire philosophy in terms of thinking about living in the now, because it is our now that creates our tomorrow. So if we are thinking about the now, we're actually not thinking about tomorrow. We're actually creating our tomorrow, actively. That's the truth. This weekend is my anniversary. Do you remember that? This is my anniversary weekend. It was this equivalent weekend 3 years ago that I came and I experienced this community for the very first time. That's why I'm feeling really emotional. Because I remember walking in and thinking, the funny thing is I remember walking in and thinking, well, this is a quaint space. And I sat right back there. This is before there was actually the soundboard back there. The soundboard used to be up there where the camera is now. Hello, everyone. But it was back there, and I came in for meditation. I sat in the very back, and I sat for meditation. I was all dressed up in a suit. And I remember people coming up going, oh, you must be the minister because you're wearing a suit. Yes. I didn't wear the suit the week following. Yeah, my first Sunday, November 6th, 2011, my first introduction to this community, and the talk I gave that day was The Magnificent Because. Imploring us all to step into the understanding that no matter what, we are the cause to our own creation in life. And so when we step into the magnificent because, we are being cause. Be cause. That's the truth. Time flies. Don't waste a single moment of it by regretting the past or living in the future. There is only now, this moment. This is it. This is it, right now. There's nothing else. This moment. We get to decide on the future because we understand that it's done in this very moment. Ernest Holmes writes this: life is an adventure in which we never know what is going to happen just beyond the turn of the road. Does anyone know what's going to happen 5 minutes from now? Not a single one of us knows what's going to happen 5 minutes from now. And here's the interesting thing about that, too. Even if we had some capacity for premonition, the very awareness of what is going to happen in 5 minutes now changes the fact of what is going to happen in 5 minutes because our awareness of it changes that which is observed. Now, I'm not going to get too deeply into that because that may blow some people's minds. But once we become aware of the future automatically has to be different because we can then affect what we think is going to happen. So the truth is we never actually know what's going to happen. Are you following me? Kinda. I know, it's one of those heady days, Wim. I'm sorry. So, I will take it back for just a moment. So, I've started rewatching a television show. As you know, I enjoy the television. And I've started rewatching a television show that premiered in 1998. And I blame my boyfriend for this. We're watching the show Charmed. Does anyone remember that show? So the show Charmed, here's the premise of the show. 3 sisters who find out that they're witches, right? And they each have different powers, right? It's an Aaron Spelling show. It's not one of the greatest writing, it's not some of the greatest writing on television, but it's very entertaining. Anyway, the reason I'm thinking about this is because there's one witch in there, and her name is Phoebe. It's Phoebe, right? Yes, Phoebe, who her power is to be able to have premonitions about the future. And yet, of course, every time she has a premonition about the future in the show, she then is trying to find a way to change what is going to happen. And she always succeeds, pretty much. Is this a useful thing? It's funny because in the show, it becomes very useful to the telling of the story. But in real life, I don't think it would actually be at all useful. And it's basically because of that idea. In that moment, the vision that we are having about the future is aligned with the energy of that moment. That moment, that's it. This is the moment that is creating the future. Change the circumstances, i.e., become aware of what is going to happen in the future. You've now changed the causative thing that was going to create that in the first place. You now are recreating the future. It cannot possibly turn out in exactly the same way. We all actually have the power of premonition. Do you know that? We have the power of premonition, and I'll tell you why we have the power of premonition. First of all, there is no time in the universal consciousness. There is no time. So anything that ever has been, anything that ever will be, or anything that is, all exists right now as a cohesive whole. Again, it's one of those heady concepts. I'm sorry, Wim. Because the infinite universal creative consciousness is infinite, all that has ever been, all that ever will be, must exist right in this experience, right now, in time. We experience time as a matter of form. But if you go back to cause, there is no time in cause. So the minute we become aware of some effect that is coming about by cause, we now change the cause, the effect must change. So now are you tracking with me? Oh, maybe. Okay. That's really neither here nor there in the long run. We all do have the power of premonition, but I don't know that it's going to be useful to any of us. Because the power of change for our future always lies in this moment. And it really lies in the releasing of the old. How many of us, rhetorical, how many of us may have past disappointments that we're still holding on to? I mean, do I have any? Not really anymore, but I've also been at this for a long time. How many of us here, another rhetorical, please don't raise your hand. Are any of us harboring any resentments? How many of us are working really hard to figure out what went wrong? How did we get here? How did we get to this place? I'm going to invite you today to let that all go. Let it all go. Because as we think about, as we step into that belief that what has been has some effect, we create new cause and recreate the effects. What we did yesterday, Ernest Holmes right, is carried over into today. What we did yesterday is carried over into today only because we give our consent to it. If we decide to hold on to the past, if we decide to really go on that witch hunt, let's figure out what went wrong, we're going to keep recreating that which went wrong to begin with. Instead of stepping into a new paradigm, instead of stepping into a new idea, instead of stepping into a new thought that is going to now create a new future. We may, and now the consent also may happen unknowingly, but it is still our conscious consent. Where are you? This is the whole point of this philosophy. This philosophy is meant to be practical. If this philosophy is not practical, if you don't walk away here with some idea about how to incorporate this in your life, well, then come to class because I'll hammer it in even harder. But if you don't walk away with some idea about how to incorporate this into your life, then I'm not doing my job. This is meant to be a practical philosophy, a practical way of life. If you look, actually, it's not on this particular book, but the subtitle of The Science of Mind does not say a religion. The subtitle of The Science of Mind is a philosophy, a faith, a way of life. And I think the way of life is really one of the most important aspects of this entire book. And you don't need to read this book to be able to understand a new way of life. We only experience what happened yesterday repeatedly because we are giving our consent to recreating those effects by harboring them in our own mind. When we release any attachment to the past, any attachment, I'm talking any attachment, we open up the possibility for our future. We open up to the infinite flowing through us. Part of the issue that we kind of come up against sometimes is that, oh, well, we want to create this, and so we're going to be very narrowly focused on this idea, and now I'm going to look over here and say, oh, well, I saw that that person got this by doing that, so now if I do the same thing, I'm going to recreate what they had. Well, you've now completely narrowed off your entire possibility for expression and experience. This is why we give in to love. This is why we fall back into the hands of grace. This is why we release any attachment to outcome. This is why we release any attachment to past circumstances. Live in the now. How many of you are in the now? Are you thinking about the future or thinking about the past in this moment? Just check in. Just check in. It's very easy to go to the past or the future. How many of you are perfectly present in the now right here? As we open up to the possibility for our future, really what we're doing is we're embodying a new idea that must take place in form. The allowance of the past in our causative mind keeps showing up as past effects in our present. So don't dwell on past mistakes. Let go of those resentments. Let go of the disappointments. They are serving you not at all. They are not serving you at all. Now, before I really dig myself into a hole here, I do want to say, don't dwell on past mistakes. However, do learn from past mistakes. That is important. As you discover what has been created, here's the great news. The dwelling on them may be beating yourself up because you created that to begin with. And this is one of the things that happens early on in this philosophy for people who are trying to embody this teaching, and they start to say, oh my gosh, look what I created. What did I create? Or even worse, the people that stand on the sidelines and go, wow, look what you created. So do learn what not to do, but don't beat yourself up for it. Here's what I do. If I create something that is not to my liking, I laugh it off now. Look what I created. Because it's a reminder to me that in joy, I am the person who recreates the experience. I take possession of it, I take ownership of it, and I take responsibility for it, and I get to create something new. But it's up to me. It's not up to anybody else. And I don't listen to the people who are standing on the sidelines going, well, wow, look what you created. This is the only moment in which we live. Are you getting that picture? I'm saying it a lot. This is it. This moment is creating the next moment. 10 minutes ago, I said, do you know what's going to happen in 5 minutes? I don't know if that's the actual time frame. I'm so lost in time frame right now. I haven't even looked at the clock till just that moment. You have no idea what's happening 5 minutes from now, and 5 minutes from now, and 5 minutes from now. This is the only moment. Yesterday created the recipe for this moment. Right now, we are creating the recipe for the next moment and the next moment. So, if you want to continue with your life the way it is, and there may be people here who do, because it may be awesome. If your life is awesome, great. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue thinking what you're thinking. Continue believing what you're believing. If there's any part of you or any part of your life that is not to your liking, take charge of it. Do, think, believe. Do, think, believe. It's actually the other way around. When we believe, we create the thought which leads to the doing. Believe, think, do. If you want to continue with your life the way it is, believe what you've always believed, think what you've always thought, and you will do what you've always done. If not, shift it. Shift it. No one, no circumstance, no thing outside of ourselves can do the shifting for us. In fact, I talked earlier about practitioner work, that you can go to a practitioner. Margaret Ann, I'm going to invite you to stand up here with me for a moment. They always hate when I do this. So, Margaret Ann is my practitioner. And I'm going to come to her and I'm going to say, I'm making this up, by the way, Margaret Ann, my job I hate. I don't really. For the sake of demonstration, I hate my job and I don't know what to do. Can you help me as a practitioner? I know that you've been trained to be able to help people. Can you help me?
I can know for you that you are pure intelligence, you are divine understanding, and you know what it is that you have inside you to give.
Beautiful. So, did you hear that? To what degree is that going to be effective in my life? It will have absolutely no effect unless I open myself up to being receptive to her words. And ultimately what ends up happening is I'm taking into my own conscious place the words that she has spoken, and I'm actually doing the shift myself. To the degree that I am receptive to it is the degree to which I am shifting. This is actually what the practitioner is doing, is they're helping guide us as a coach of sorts to a deeper understanding of the truth of who we are. And as we know this, we become more receptive to the words they're speaking, and we start speaking them ourselves. And that's how practitioners shift your experience. Thank you, Margaret Ann. So to the degree that I accept what she said and I am receptive to it, that is the degree to which I am now embodying a new idea in my own mind, my own use of mind. The mistakes of yesterday, Ernest Holmes writes, need no longer be a liability. I love that. The mistakes of yesterday need no longer be a liability. This, right here, right now, this is the starting point of creating a better future, right now. But it's an inside job. So let us reflect for a moment, just for a moment. Let us reflect on the past and recognize in this moment how it is affecting your present. Can you start to draw those lines? Can you start to see the connections of past thinking and how it is showing up in your life right here and right now? Is there anyone, this is rhetorical, I've got to keep leading with that, is there anyone here who is currently feeling regret? Just check in with yourself. Is there anyone who's feeling animosity towards someone else? As you check in with that feeling, how is that feeling informing this moment? Can we imagine for a moment that the animosity felt right here, if you're feeling it, or the regret, or whatever it is, whatever you're feeling right in this moment has no effect on the subject of that regret or animosity. For instance, if I'm going to use you as an example. No, I won't. It's your birthday. Helen, I'm going to use you as an example. So Helen, I'm very upset with you. Not really. I'm very upset with you for whatever reason. You didn't bring me the proper Halloween candy this morning, and I was so looking forward to that, and I know that you gave out, glow bracelets, but I really wanted the candy, so I'm holding on to a lot of animosity towards you. So here's the question. How is that affecting Helen? It's not, right? Not at all. She doesn't care. I mean, she cares, right? The only person these things that you're harboring from your past affect, the only person that they affect is yourself. That's it. Every person I encounter, this is the truth. For every person I encounter, this is the truth. Your consciousness also precedes you. So how I walk into a room, if I walk into Helen's home, the Halloween candy I wanted, you didn't have it for me. Yeah. So my consciousness precedes me as I walk into the room, as I walk into her home, as I walk into any place. My consciousness is preceding me. So how are you approaching the world? How are you approaching life? The decision to become self-aware is a decision you make right here and right now. Most of this teaching, in fact, no, 100% of this teaching is grounded in self-awareness. If you are not self-aware, you cannot create anything new purposefully. I'm going to say that again. If you are not self-aware, you cannot create anything new purposefully. You're going to be subject to the things that have always shown up. And they're just going to keep showing up and keep showing up and keep showing up until you come to a place of awareness around them. So the practical application of this philosophy is to become self-aware and to not fear it at all. There is nothing to be feared because anything that has been created in your past can be recreated in your future. The only thing we ever have to fear is not knowing. And, the truth is, it's pretty easy to develop self-awareness. A lot of people may not think this. They think, oh my gosh, so much work. You went through 6 years of school, and now you're self-aware and a minister and whatever. Self-awareness was like that. Because what it took was a moment-to-moment conscious awareness. That's it. Live in the moment. Because this moment is creating your future. And the truth is, the more you practice it, and that's the practice, right? The more you practice it, it just gets easier. It becomes your way of life. It is a newly habitualized thought. It is a new tendency in the way you experience life with a new frame of mind. 100% of the time, 100% of the time, what is required in any given moment is a simple reminder of spiritual truth. You are love. You are light. You are life. You are the expression of joy, unbounded harmony. You are wisdom. You are the infinite intelligence showing up in your form right here, right now. And that's the whole point of treatment. Affirmative prayer. We call it treatment because, I think there was a move on to relieve ourselves of the old paradigms of religious words. So that's why they call it treatment. I'm actually in favor of going back and calling it affirmative prayer. Let's call it what it is. It is affirmative prayer, but it is not praying to God. It is praying as God. Because when we pray as God, we create our future. Because that is who and what we are. We are this divine energy. So the whole point of treatment, affirmative prayer, is to address in mind that which is and take the reins and create something new if we so choose. Or another purpose of affirmative prayer is to uphold that which is working. Hold on to it. And we say, and so it is. We've said it a lot today. We say, and so it is, because that is the grounding understanding that our word spoken is done, and we have the authority to say so. We have that authority because we are the authority. We are the authority to the expression of our own lives. No one can tell us what to do. Not a single one of us can tell us what to do or how to think or what to believe. I'm not even here to tell you what to believe. I'm this is a fundamental aspect of my ministry here. I do not claim to be up here saying you need to believe this, any of it. All I ever ask is that you get in touch with what it is you do believe, because what it is you do believe is how your life is showing up. So what do you believe? When we say, and so it is, we could just as easily say, and now it is. And in fact, that might even be the better place to go. And now it is. Right now. Right here. This is it. We are not subject to circumstances. Not a single one of us. Circumstances are subject to our thinking. What is showing up is subject to your thinking, your belief, your feeling. And as we practice this, we narrow the gap from recognition, that self-awareness, to activity in mind, which creates the new experience. And as we narrow that gap, it gets easier and easier and easier. Don't go on a witch hunt. It's not worth it. I see your look. You're like, but what if? You don't need to go on a witch hunt. Yes, I am all about that bass. I'm all about that bass. No treble. Mr. Bass Player. All right, where was I? Don't go on a witch hunt. Take the time in the moment. When you recognize something, take the time in that moment to dwell on the spiritual truth of it. Don't assume that you're going to get to it later. Don't put it off. Do it now, right in this moment. Because as we remember, we don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes. What is going to be created in that instant if you don't address it right in that moment? Once you become aware of it, it is our responsibility, each and every one of us, to address it right then. Ernest Holmes writes this: "It does not seem possible that so simple a method as this can produce such a dynamic result. Anyone who tries this method will experience definite results. The most wonderful thing about it is that we do not have to change anything but ourselves. For every person is the cause of their own experience." I'm going to read that last part again. Really important. The most wonderful thing about it is that we do not have to change anything but ourselves. For every person is the cause of their own experience. Right now, right in this moment, how much self-awareness are you experiencing? Rhetorical. We all have our stuff. And we can continue to let it affect us now. Or we can create a new thought. We can create a new belief. We can set in motion a new future. But it is only ever set in motion right now. Right here. Right now. The future is a product of our present thinking. The future can become the present right in this moment. As we do this, as we lead by example in this new way of thinking, we awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence and create a world that works for everyone. Namaste. So this is the time when we do the offering during the service. We survive, we experience our good partially through your contributions to the center. This center, it's important. You know what? Money is important. I'm just going to put it out there. Money is an important tool. Money is God in action. Money is simply a representation of a divine idea of abundance, and it is always flowing through the center. That's what I know as a spiritual truth. So I'm going to encourage each and every one of you to step into the act of giving this as we pass the baskets around. The other thing I want to point out, we are starting our stewardship drive for the next fiscal year. Our fiscal year is January to December. And around this time of year, we always put out our stewardship materials. You can sign up to be a pre-authorized contributor to the center, which helps us to make informed choices about how we utilize the funds of this center. 85% of the income to this center is in contributions. Think about that, 85%. We operate because of your contributions, and for that, I am truly grateful. So take a look at this, please. I step up. I am a pre-authorized contributor to the center, which reminds me, I have my popsicle stick in hand. And anyone who is a pre-authorized contributor can put the popsicle stick in the basket as it goes around, and that's just a remembrance for you of the energy of contributing. So thank you all for what it is you offer here today. As the baskets go around, we're going to sing I Love, right? Yes.
Yes.
And it's on your song sheet.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I live, I breathe, I give, I receive, I laugh, I love, I'm a part of what's here, what has been, what's still to be seen. I live, I breathe, I love, love, love. I live, I breathe, I love. I live, I breathe, I give, I receive, I laugh, I love. I'm a part of what's here, what has been, what's still to be seen. I live, I breathe, I love, love, love. I live, I breathe, I love. I live, I breathe, I love.
So as Margaret Ann is coming up here to do a blessing over the offering, I do want to invite anyone who's online to make to support the success of this center financially. You can make a contribution by clicking the donate button there on your screen. Margaret Ann, if you would do the blessing.
Thank you. I take a deep breath and I become present again to this beautiful sanctuary that is full of love and full of giving and receiving, of knowing that all is well, that there is only one life and each of us is a part of it, and each of us is a receiver and a giver in this infinite flow of divine energy that is always present, that is always working, that is always doing its thing. It's a tool, a beautiful tool that we can give and receive, knowing that this is an energy that flows through us, that lives through us, that is part of our gift to this world. And in this moment, I receive the gifts in these baskets and the ones online. I receive them and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for each and every person, each and every love quality that comes with these gifts. I receive it. I know that it is once again employed and used with the highest and best of this center. I am grateful that this center is here and vibrant and a part of the love that each of us shares. I am grateful for all of this. And so I release these beautiful words with a full heart to the law of mind, knowing that it is done, it is so, and together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Margaret Ann. I want to thank you all for being here today, allowing yourself to resonate with whatever message it is that you needed to hear today, because you're all here on purpose. Every single one of us is here on purpose, whether we are consciously aware of it or not. We have arrived at this place at this time for some purpose. And so again, I don't claim to know what it is or
I don't claim to have any special revelation about what I think you should know, but recognize that something touched you today. Something. And this is what you get to carry with you as you walk out of this place. And as you allow this thing to affect you and show up in your experience, you affect the entire world. That's the truth. And so as we come to this time of closure with our benediction, I'm going to invite you all to take a breath and allow that thing to be present in your mind. Right here, right now, in this very sacred moment. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. 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 I will share, 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 I will share this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. In this sacred moment, I recognize and know that there is only love. Love is the universal causative power that is creating the experiences of each and every one of us. Love. I trust and know that we are each of us perfect, individualized expressions of love, of this divine energy, of this unified and universal presence, expressing at our level of understanding. And so I claim for each and every one of us a deeper understanding, a deeper expression of this divine energy. I know that this all starts right here in this moment. There is nothing but this moment. And as we have all stepped into perfection and light and love, these are the things we experience. These are the qualities we experience in every aspect of our lives. This is the truth, the spiritual truth, and I give over to it and nothing else. For there is only love and nothing else. And so in love, I offer great gratitude for every single person who has made their presence known here today. I offer gratitude for every single person who stepped up to the plate and volunteered today. I am grateful for every single person, their consciousness, their deep awareness, and the expression of love that they carry in this moment, and this moment, and this moment, and every moment infinitely following. In gratitude, I simply say, yes, it is done, for the word spoken is acted upon by that perfectly corresponding and immutable law that says yes, yes, yes. And so in gratitude, I let it be so. I release, let go, and allow. And together we say, and so it is.
I will share, 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 I will share this love. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, this love, this love, this love.
Wow, thank you. You know, it just occurred to me that I should let you all know about the woman who wrote that song, Lisa Ferraro, and her partner in music and in life, Erica Luckett, are two of the musicians who are going to be at the conference in 2015. So excited. They're actually going to be they have agreed to be our musical guests here at the center the week prior, and then also play at the conference. I'm so excited about that way. Anyway, check out the conference information out in the lobby. There are lots of, you've all heard about the conference, yes? If you haven't heard about the conference, ask me. We're going to kick it up a notch and end the day with God Makes Me Want to Sing. Have a great week, everyone.
I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything, yeah. So I am loving, every living thing. Everything, every living thing. I can see the face of God in paupers and kings. In kings, paupers and kings. We're all precious, no less or more. We've all got the same treasures in store. So I'm a loving, every living thing. Hey! I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I could do most anything, yeah. Oh, I'm believing in my guiding light. In my light, in my guiding light. Well, no matter what comes, it always turns out right. Everything turns out right. I just dig right down to how I feel. Then I take a deep breath and I grab the wheel. I'm believing, in my guiding light. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything, yeah. Oh, I am rising to a higher place. To a higher place. With the wind at my back and a smile upon my face. Well, I'm living my dream a little more each day, and it keeps getting easier to find my way. I'm rising, to a higher place. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good. I could do most anything, yeah. Come on, everybody. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything, yeah. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. Oh, it makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Oh, it makes me wanna sing.